So in this video we're going to look at bidirectional linear gradients, a new Photoshop tool that doesn't involve AI for a change. So I did this in a video the other day and I noticed a new tick box in Camera Raw, bidirectional linear gradients, and a really useful tool. I believe it was added actually recently by Adobe. I must admit I'm not one for kind of keeping up to date with the press releases and stuff, so didn't know it had been added in at all. Just noticed it and thought, wow, that could be really useful. In typical Adobe fashion, it's not in Lightroom Classic yet. Whilst why these things are not kind of standard across their products, I really don't understand. But anyway, it's in Camera Raw. Hopefully it will make its way to Lightroom Classic pretty quickly, because I can't see why it's not a simple thing to implement. So let's get straight into an edit with this shot here. Now let's do the normal lens corrections, but what you'll immediately see if we turn on like the clipping highlights, you know, the sky is pretty bright, is a sunrise shot. I've tried to expose as much as I can to maintain the highlights. We could just pull the highlights down with the highlight slider, but that will overall pull down the exposure of the whole image. It's only subtle, but if I do kind of before and after, you will see it does pull it down. So that's maybe not the answer. The old way of doing it would be just take a linear gradient, pull it down across the sky, and maybe do the highlights and exposure that way. That way we're not impacting the foreground, but you can see what we're then doing is making the sky really dark. So then what you could do is then subtract another linear gradient from the top, so that if we look at the mask over here, the white areas are the only areas that we're impacting, so we've masked out that top area of the sky. So that kind of works. But with this new tool, it's even easier now. And I can see quite a few uses for this, but particularly sunrise, sunset. And you can actually buy a reverse ND grad filter where it goes dark to, you know, light to dark from the top and then clear at the bottom for this purpose, sunrise, sunsets, but being reversed, it is not as dark at the top as it is in the middle, so that where you've got that typical sunset, sunrise location on the horizon, it's darker there. So this new tool, you just create a new mask as normal, select a linear gradient, but you can see here we've got this new option under linear gradient, bidirectional, and it's literally just a case of ticking that. And now when we draw the mask, we get this cool effect of this double arrow. So, and if we now look at the mask over here, we've only got this white band right through the middle of the image. And we can affect both sides individually. So you can see I'm making the top side bigger, or I can just do it on the bottom side. So it's very customizable. And these little arrows on the side indicate the strength of the feathering on either side. So if I make this one bigger just to demonstrate it, if I pull this up arrow really close to the top, you can see it's making that edge really quite hard along the top. Obviously if I go all the way to the top, then it'll be a really hard edge. If I can demonstrate that by, if I lift the exposure and just click away from the mask tools a minute, yeah, you can see they've got that hard line across the top. So I can go back into the mask, and as I say, this up arrow we can adjust the feathering, and same with the down arrow, we can do the same here. Obviously I've made it extreme with the exposure, so I'm just double clicking to reset my exposure slider. So I only want to impact the brightest area of the sky in the middle there. So somewhere like that. I might make that bottom one even kind of shorter, but I want that nice and feathered, so I'm going to put that arrow right in the centre. So now when I do my highlight slider and maybe a little bit of exposure, we're only impacting the image through the middle. So if I, over here, using this little eye icon, I can toggle the visibility. So before and after, and we've not impacted any of this top area of the sky or any of the foreground. If we wanted to, if we felt the foreground was looking a little bit dark, we could actually now take this mask, or we could draw a new mask, but we can take this mask. If we click on the three little dots over the corner here, we can duplicate and invert the mask. So now it's flipped it the other way around, and say we want to brighten up the foreground. Maybe not so much, put it down a little bit. But yeah, we've now brightened the top half and the bottom half of the image without brightening that bit through the middle, which was already bright. So before and after. So let's just look at the image overall, before and after. Very subtle difference, but you can see how powerful those linear gradients can be. Now, obviously you could create the same effect by using multiple linear gradients by subtracting and adding, but now we can just do it in one tool with one tick. So yeah, really useful tool, and for once not an AI tool from Adobe. That's a little bit of a dig there if you hadn't noticed, but really useful. Hopefully they'll put it in Lightroom Classic soon. As I say, it looks very simple, just a tick to implement it. Hopefully they can do a similar thing in Lightroom Classic. I'll do a little bit more with the image, but I'll put before and after up. Let me know what you think in the comments, but until next time, look after yourselves and thank you for watching.